Okay, so I want to just go over the two assignments that were due for this week. So the first one is the paper, excuse me, that is titled The Reaping. Okay, now the reaping takes place within the first 21 minutes of the movie. That's why I made it the first assignment that you're doing. So now we know, because we've been watching, that the reaping is when they choose who is going, which female and which male has to participate in the tournament. And we know that of all 12 districts, there will be 24 people and only one person is supposed to come out alive at the end. So it's basically like a lottery, right? So they each had to put, their names in the bucket. And we know that Katniss's little sister is the one who gets picked from the bucket. Now, question 1 says, given what we know about Katniss's family situation, do you think she made the right decision to take Prim's place? Now, there's a couple of things you want to think about before you give your answer. Now, all 3 of these questions are opinion-based questions. So you can't be wrong, right? But you have to have a solid reason for why you think whatever it is you're thinking. So in this case, do you think she was making the right decision by taking her younger sister's place? So now, first we have to think about their family situation, right? So we learn from the conversation that she has, we learn that it's just the mom and the 2 girls. The father died, okay? So we know that the father's dead, and we also know that the mom isn't exactly the most emotionally reliable, because Katniss says to her before they have to leave, she's like, you can't fall apart, you can't disappear the way you did when Dad died, because she's all you have left now. So we know that Katniss has become probably a second mother figure to Prim. So we'll say Katniss was the mother figure while the mom was mourning, okay? Now, we also saw that Katniss is the person who's now providing for the family, right? When she went out and was trying to, she was trying to get the deer, but ultimately brought in other things, she's the one who goes to that market type place to bring back whatever food or goods that she can for the family. So right now, she's also acting as the family provider with no dad. Okay, so the makeup of this situation can actually go into whichever argument you want to make, right? So it's saying, given what we know about the family situation, do you think she made the right decision to take Prim's place? So now if you think, yes, she made the right decision, you would be using an argument of the fact that she was protecting her younger sister, right? She doesn't want to see her, die, right? So she wants to continue to be that protector by taking her place. The other thing that I didn't mention yet that I think we should is when she was in those woods trying to get the deer, what was she doing? She was hunting. She knows how to use a bow and arrow. So she has hunting skills. So of the 2 sisters, she has the better chance at coming out of this alive, right? Because she's older, so she's, more mature, more composed, but she also has the skills. She can hunt. So that gives her a little bit more of an opportunity to succeed. And then just the other side of it where she doesn't want to see her little sister die, right? Now, if you want to play the other side and say that she shouldn't leave, right? We have some reasons for that too, right? As the family's provider, how are they going to make it on their own now without her? How is mom not going to starve? How are they going to deal with things? So you can play that side as well if you choose to do so. Now, she does try to make arrangements. She tells Gail to take care of them, to make sure they don't starve, to help them out, to protect them. So she does try to do that. But for question 1, you want to look at all of these details and decide what you think is best. Okay, so question 2 says, Katniss takes the place of her sister in the reaping. If you were in her situation and a younger sibling or friend was selected, would you take his or her place or not, and why? Obviously, that is 100% your opinion. So just tell me if you would take their place or not and why you would choose to do that. You might just say, it's a lottery. It's, everyone takes their own chances. Or maybe you would take a younger sibling or friend's place just because of your daily life situations with them and how you feel about them. So one way or the other, I won't think less of you deciding what you want to do. Just make sure you answer it. The third one, we know Gail and Katniss are close friends. Why do you think Gail didn't take Peeta's place and possibly have the chance to protect Katniss? So again, you want to look at what we know about Katniss and her family and what we think about Gail, right? So there's 2 things there, right? So, when we're thinking about why doesn't Gail take his place to protect? Now, this can go in 2 ways. I mean, obviously, it can go in a few different scenarios, and you could completely make that decision for yourself. If you think that, number 1, how many people are supposed to come out of this alive? 1 person, which means that if Gail was to go, they would be expected to ultimately kill one another. Which might not be an opportunity. It could be that he has his own, obligations, that he's not willing to take someone else's place. I mean, think about it. He said his name was going to be in there 42 times and he didn't get picked. So, I mean, it could just be self-preservation. But also, remember, she asks him to take care of her family. So he might have that in his mind, like, okay, she's going, so I need to stay here to make sure her sister and her mother are okay. They need to be provided for, they need to be helped. So whatever decisions you make for these questions, they are 100% opinion based. Just make sure, it's really important that you answer both parts of it. So you tell me how you feel and then explain the why, okay? Because that's what's going to give you the full credit. As always, if you have any questions, just reach out to me. Thank you.